Yo, it's your boy UMV Jaw, back at it again with another settings video. This time I'm going to be showing you my graphics settings. Last time it was my controller settings. This time I'll be showing you everything that I have on my graphics settings. Now be mindful that I do have a PC. I am using a NVIDIA GeForce 4070 Ti. So I do have a PC with very good or decent graphics for the type of PC that I have. So here are my graphics settings. First thing first, one gonna start off with display. Display mode. I have mine's on full screen borderless. This is because I do have two monitors, so I don't really need to confine my mouse to one space or things like that. So I prefer to have full screen borderless. If you do only have one monitor, it's best to have it on full screen exclusive because it does give you max frames. Uh, I have this is my display monitor. Like I said, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 470. Aspect ratio automatic. Shaders. Display gamma. Brightness is on 55. Uh, Now this now if you don't have a 40 series PC, I suggest you turn NVIDIA Reflex Low Latency on, turn it on to on plus boost, I believe it's called. But because this is just set to on as default and it's locked, it's because I have NVIDIA DLSS frame generation set to on, which gives me max frames. Uh, but we'll get to that soon. My eco mode is set to custom. So I have VSync turned off, VSync off menus. My custom frame rate limit is at 300. My menu is at 60, and autofocus custom frame rate limit is at 30. Reduce menu render resolution is at maximal. Pause game rendering is off. Reduce quality when inactive on 10 minutes. Focus mode on 90. I believe these last four settings are default. Over to quality. My graphics preset is on custom. So I have on upscaling sharpening NVIDIA DLSS. I have it on ultra performance. We have it at 75 sharpness for DLSS, 75 sharpness for DLAA. AMD FSR preset on performance. AMD FSR preset ultra performance. Intel XESS ultra performance. NVIDIA image scaling preset performance. NVIDIA image scaling sharpness, that is on 30. Then we have fidelity cache strength on 80. NVIDIA DLSS frame generation is set to on. And what this does, it says here, frame generation boost frame rates by using AI to render additional frames. This feature requires a GeForce RTX 40 series graphics card. That's why I said if you don't have a 40 series, PC or graphics card, then you must have NVIDIA. What is it? NVIDIA Reflex Low Latency on plus boost, because that will help with your frames as well. Back to where we was at. Where were we at? Okay, yeah. So right, NVIDIA DLS frame generation is on, and VRAM scale target for me is set to 80. Uh, Texture resolution is on very low. Everything on details and textures is on very low, low, or turned off. If you could turn it off, make sure it's off. If you could put it to very low, put it to very low. If you could put it to low, put it to low. If you could put it to the lowest possible setting that it allows you to on details and textures, then do so. Me, personal preference for me, I do have bullet impacts and persistent effects on. Usually I turn persistent effects off, but I personally like to see bullet impacts. That's just me, personal preference. On demand texture streaming is on optimize. I believe this is default for me as well. Download limits is turned off. and it allocates 32% of my cache size. Keep going down. Like I said, everything is either very low or turned off. The only reason why I would ever put my graphics on max quality graphics is if I'm playing a single player game or playing campaign and I want to get the best graphics that I can, just to feel more in depth with that game that I'm playing. Over to view section. We're onto the view section. So motion reduction preset, turn that off. Now this is also personal preference. Field of view, I play on 120. I've tried multiple FOVs, but I've personally play on 120. I know Scump, which is obviously the best card player. He plays on like I think a 105 or like even a 90 FOV, which is crazy, which is nasty. But me personally, because I want to see everything, I need to see everything, and I do sit close to my desk, to my monitor as well. I want to see everything, so I want to have 120 FOV. And I don't know about now, but I believe it does help with visual recoil as well. So 120 FOV, ADS field of view is unaffected. Wide field weapon field of view, sorry, is on wide. This is to make your weapon look a bit smaller visually. Not actually smaller, but visually it will look smaller, so you could see a bit more. Uh, Vehicle field of view is on wide. World motion blur is turned off. Weapon motion blur off. First person camera movement is on least. This is important. So it reduces any of the camera shaking for when grenades are being thrown at you, or when you're shooting your weapon, your screen don't look like it's shaking as much. And yeah, so third person camera movement is on 50%, and third person ADS transition is on first person ADS. This last setting is personal preference as well. Inverted flashbang, I have it turned on. This is just to change whenever you're being flashed by a flashbang, it changes the screen from white to black, so you don't get that bright flash in your face. I like it because a lot of people in Black Ops 6 love to throw a fucking flashbang. They love it. It's actually annoying. So this actually helps with the flash not just flashing in my face. So if you want it on, you could turn it on, but if you want it off, obviously turn it off. But this is all my graphics settings, and one of the main reasons why I do reach damn near 400 frames in multiplayer. The most frames I've seen is about 380, 390, but it ranges between 300 and 380. So it's always moving between 300 and 380. So it could be 350, 360, whatever. But I've seen it. The max I've seen it is 380, 385. So yeah, these are, I believe, the best settings you want to have, especially if you are a bit competitive, which mostly everybody is, and they are playing COD. So thank you for watching, listening. Make sure you drop me a follow, like, repost my video. Make sure to look out for more content on YouTube. Might be dropping more content on YouTube. Been lacking a bit on YouTube, but I've been mostly posting on TikTok. And obviously I've been streaming damn near every day for about 5 hours a day on Twitch. So just come over to Twitch, drop me a follow, drop me a chat in the chat, and tap in, twin.